when they built it. Vanbrugh set off down the slope towards the car parked at the side of the narrow road below, and Dwyer followed, stumbling over the tussocks of rough grass and patches of marshy ground, water seeping in through the lace holes of his smart town brogues. When he reached the car, Vanbrugh was already sitting in the passenger seat, and Dwyer climbed behind the wheel, pressed the starter, and drove away. He was hot and tired. His feet were wet, and his sweat-soaked shirt clung to his back. A small spark of temper flared inside him, but he pushed it away with a determined effort. A 170-mile drive, wet feet, and the makings of a good sprain in my ankle. I hope he's worth it, sir. Vanbrugh turned sharply, and the blue eyes were very cold. I think so, Sergeant. Dwyer took a deep breath, aware that one of those violent storms for which Dick Vanbrugh was so notorious was about to break over his head, but the moment passed. Vanbrugh applied another match to the bowl of his pipe, and Dwyer concentrated on his driving and on the sheep and wild ponies which frequently wandered across the unfenced road. 10 minutes later they came over a slight rise and saw the prison in the hollow below. The moors lifted in a purple swell, fading almost imperceptibly into the horizon, and at the head of the quarry a red flag danced in the slight breeze. The explosion, when it came, echoed into the distance, the sound of it beating against the hills like thunder. As a great shoulder of rock cracked into 1,000 pieces, smoke drifted in a white pall that curled over the edge of the rock and across the moor like some living thing. A whistle sounded, and as the convicts emerged from shelter, a Land Rover came over the edge of the escarpment, rolled down the dirt road, and stopped. The youth at the wheel had very fair hair and blue eyes that somehow made him look even younger than he was. His uniform was brand new, and he was painfully conscious of that fact as he got out of the Land Rover and moved past a group of convicts loading a truck. Mulvaney, the duty officer, moved to meet him, a black-and-tan Alsatian at his heels. He grinned. "Hello, Drake. Putting you to work already, are they?" Drake nodded. "I've got a chit here for a man called Rogan. The governor wants to see him." He produced a slip of paper from his breast pocket. Mulvaney initialed it and waved towards a small hollow at the bottom of the slope. "That's Rogan down there. You're welcome to him." The man indicated worked stripped to the waist and was at least 6'3", the muscles in his broad back rippling as he swung a sledgehammer above his head and brought it down. "God in heaven, the man's a giant," Drake said. Mulvaney nodded. "They don't come much bigger. Brains and brawn, that's Sean Rogan. Pound for pound, about the most dangerous man we've ever had in here. They didn't send anyone with me. No need. He's expecting his discharge any day now. That'll be what the governor wants to see him about. He's hardly likely to make a run for it at this stage." Drake moved down the slope. Bronzed and fit, his body toughened by hard labor, Sean Rogan looked a thoroughly dangerous man, and the ugly puckered scars of the old bullet wounds in the left breast seemed strangely in keeping. Drake paused a yard or two away, and Rogan glanced up. The skin was stretched tightly over high Celtic cheekbones, a stubble of beard covering the hollow cheeks and strong pointed chin. The eyes were grey like water over a stone or smoke through trees on an autumn day, calm and expressionless, holding their own secrets. It was the face of a soldier, a scholar perhaps. Certainly this was no criminal. "Sean Rogan," Drake said. The big man nodded. "That's me. What do you want?" There was no hint of subservience in the soft Irish voice, and Drake, for some unaccountable reason, felt like a young recruit being interviewed by a senior officer. "The governor wants a word with you." Rogan picked up his shirt from a nearby boulder, pulled it over his head, and followed Drake up the slope, the sledgehammer swinging easily in one hand. He dropped it beside the duty officer. "A present for you." Mulvaney grinned, took a battered silver case from his breast pocket, and offered him a cigarette. "Is it likely at all, Sean Rogan, that I might be seeing the back of you?" Rogan's face was illuminated briefly by a smile.